Hello, Mark. My name is Wei-chieh. My my level is freshman, and my major is English. And my student number is S0741037. Today, our speech is P.J. Parmer. How doctors can help low-income patients and still make a profit. I'm gonna start. Clovis Avenue, here in Denver, Colorado, was once called the longest, wickedest street in America. My office is there in the same place. It's a medical desert. There are government clinics and hospitals nearby, but they are not enough to handle the poor who live in the area. By poor, I mean those who are on Medicaid. Not just for the homeless, 20% of this country is on Medicaid. If your neighbor have a family of 4 and make less than $33,000 a year, then they can get Medicaid, but they can't find a doctor to see them. A study by Marriott Hawkins found that only 20% of the family doctors in Denver take any Medicaid patient. And of those 20%, some have caps, like 5 Medicaid patients a month. Others make Medicaid patients wait months to be seen. But we'll see you today if you have Blue Cross. This form of classist discrimination is legal. And it's not just a problem in Denver. Almost half the family doctors in the country refuse to see the medical patient. Why? Medical pays less than private insurance, and because Medicaid patients are seen as more challenging. Some show up late for appointments, some don't speak English. I thought about this while in medical school. If I could design a practice that caters to low-income folks instead of avoiding them, then I would have guaranteed customer and very little competition. Laughter. Shop doing underserved venison. Not as non-profit, but as a private practice. A small business seeing only resettled refugees. That was 6 years ago, and since then we've served 50,000 refugees medical visits. A pause. 90% of our patients have Medicaid, and most of the rest we see for free. Most doctors say you can make money on Medicaid, but we're doing it just fine. How? Well, if this were real capitalism, then I wouldn't tell you, because you become my competition. Laughter. But I call this bleeding heart capitalism. Laughter. And we need more people doing this, not that. So here's how. We break down the walls of our medical maze by taking the challenge of Medicaid patients, turning them into opportunities, and pocketing them the difference. The nut and bolt may seem simple, but they add up. For example, we have no appointment. We are walking only. Of course, that's how it works at the emergency room, at urgent cares, and at Taco Bell. Laughter. Why we do it? Because Narsa can call for an appointment. She has a phone, but she doesn't have phone minutes. She can't speak English, and she can't navigate a phone tree. And she can't show up on the time for appointment because she doesn't have a car. She take the bus. And she take care of 3 kids plus her disabled father. So we have no appointment. She shows up when she wants, but usually wait less than 15 minutes to be seen. She then spends as much time with us as she needs. Sometimes that's 40 minutes, usually it's less than 5. She loves this flexibility. It's how she saw doctor in Somalia. And I love it because I don't pay staff to do scheduling. And we have 0 no-show rate and 0 late show rate. Laughter. A pause. It makes business sense. Another difference is our office layout. Our exam room opens right to the waiting room. Our medical provider rooms their own patients. And our providers stay in one room instead of alternating between rooms. Cutting step costs and increase customer satisfaction. We also hand out free medicine right from our exam room, over-the-counter one, and some prescription ones too. If Narsa baby is sick, we put a bottle of children's Tylenol or amoxicillin right in her hand. She can take the baby straight back home instead of stopping at the pharmacy. I don't know about you, but I get sick just looking at all this choice. Narsa stand a chance in there. We also take patients. We open evening and weekend. We do home visits. We jump dead car batteries. Laughter. With customer satisfaction so high, we never had to advertise. They are growing at 25% a year. And we've become real good at working with Medicaid, since it's pretty much the only insurance company we deal with. Other doctors' office chase 10 insurance companies just to make this meet. They're just draining. A single-payer system is like monogamy. It just works better. Laughter. A pause. Of course, Medicaid is funded by taxpayers like you. So you might be wondering, how much does this cost the system? Well, we're cheaper than alternatives. Some of our patients might go to the emergency room, which can cost thousands just for a simple cold. Some may stay home and let their problem get worse. But most will try to make an appointment at the clinic that's part of a system. Called the Federally Qualified Health Center. It is a nationwide network of safety net clinics that receive twice as much government funding per visit than private doctors like me. Not only they get more money, but by law, they can only be one in each area. That means they have a monopoly on special funding for the poor. And like any monopoly, there's a tendency for costs to go up and quality to go down. I'm not a government entity. I'm not a non-profit. I'm the private practice. I have a capitalist drive to innovate. I have to be fast and friendly. I have to be cost-effective and culturally sensitive. I have to be tall, dark, and handsome. Laughter. A pause. And if I'm not, I'm going out of business. I can innovate faster than non-profit because I don't need a meeting to move a stepper. A pause. Really, none of our innovations are new or unique. We just put them together in a unique way to help low-income folks while making money. And then, instead of taking that home, I put it back into a refugee community as a business expense. This is Mango House, my version of medical home. In it, we have programs to feed and clothe the poor, an after-school program, English classes, churches, dentist legal help, mental health, and scout groups. These programs are run by tenant organizations and amazing staff, but all receive some amount of funding from profits from my clinic. Some call this social entrepreneurship. I call it social service arbitrage. Exploding efficiencies in our healthcare system to serve the poor, reserving 50,000 refugees a year. A year at less cost than where else they would be going. Of course, there's downside to doing this as a private business, rather than as a nonprofit or a government entity. There's taxes and legal exposure. The changing Medicaid rate and specialists who don't take Medicaid. And there's bomb threats, fees. It's like, we were going to blow up all your refugees. Laughter. We were going to blow out all your refugees, but then we went to your English class instead. Laughter. A pause. Now you might be thinking, this guy a bit different. Uncommon? Laughter. A communal narcissist? Laughter. A unicorn maybe, because if this was so easy, the other doctor would be doing it. Well, based on Medicaid rate, you can do this most of the country. You can be your own boss, help the poor, and make good money doing it. Medical folks, you wrote on your school application essay that you wanted to help those less fortunate. But you had your idealism beaten out of you in training. Your creativity bred out of you. It doesn't have to be that way. You can choose underserved medicine as a lifestyle specialty. Or you can be specialists who cut costs in order to see low-income folks. And for rest of you who don't work in the healthcare, why did you write on your applications? Most of us wanted to save the world to make a difference. Maybe you've been successful in your career, but are now looking for meaning? How can you get there? I don't just mean giving a few dollars or a few hours. I mean, how can you use your expertise to innovate new ways of serving others? It might be easier than you think. The only way we're going to bridge the underserved medicine gap is by seeing it as a business opportunity. The only way we're going to bridge the inequality gap is by recognizing our privilege and using them to help others. Pause.